Welcome to Frog Talk, an Auction Frogs podcast series all about events and fundraising in a post-2020 world. For more information on Auction Frogs and the services we offer, visit auctionfrogs.org today.
Hi, and welcome to Frog Talk, your leap into fundraising. Today, I'm here with, once again, our operations and office manager, Melanie, along with our auction engineer, production manager, and whatever other titles that get put on there from day to day because she does so much, Kayla Farringer. And today we're going to talk about the live and silent auction solutions. Now, if you go to our website at auctionfrogs.org, you'll see that. But what does that mean for you and your nonprofit? So I guess, why don't we start right there, Kayla?
Yeah, the live and silent solution encompasses all of the in-person events that people host for fundraisers. So think galas, banquets, even golf tournaments. This year, we're seeing parking lot events, and it still applies. That live and silent solution, it encompasses ticketing, table assignments, live auctions, and silent auctions in the traditional sense of items either there in person or even if you integrate mobile bidding. So that's what the live and silent auction solution is all things in person. And we're finally coming back around
and able to be in person.
Yeah, and starting to use it. And so I think this is a great opportunity to tell you that we do it, because a lot of people don't know that we do in-person events. We started as an online auction company, and that's what we're known for. And so people don't realize that we can help at in-person events, at galas, golf tournaments, and all of those different things.
Well, and Melanie, that's really been quickly was the heart of Auction Frogs. Yes, the online auctions and those solutions, but the event management and helping with the whole process of a live gala or whatever type of fundraising event. That was really the nucleus of Auction Frogs for many years.
Yeah, and it's been that way, I would say, for probably the last 12 of the 15 years that Auction Frogs has been around.
Yeah.
So, the first 3 years, it was sort of this online, even if you want to go with it, hybrid event solution, because even the online auction solution was used as an event platform in the early days. So, over time, we've been able to really finesse it and turn it into a really robust tool for a lot of nonprofits. It's been really fun to help people streamline the way they run their event, the way they think about their event. But from a consulting standpoint, it's also really fun for us because we get to help them find ways to utilize the system to get the most out of it. And so that's one of the things I love about that particular solution, because it does so many different things, has a million different feature sets.
Well, and it's a little deceiving by the name when it just says live and silent auction solutions. And Kayla, you had touched on that, and Melanie as well, that it's far beyond what the name says. Because with that, you would think, okay, so our silent auction, our live auctions, that's what you're focused on. They don't realize the ticketing part, the event management part, all of that goes into making your live events a success for your nonprofit. So that's really what we wanted to focus on with this, is that it is so much more than just your live and silent auction, which is very important.
Yeah, you get a really beautiful front-end site similar to what you have in an online auction with Auction Frogs. And through that site, you can sell tickets, you can sell sponsorships, you can track your fundraising total based on those sales as well, which I think is great. And you can customize it with information about your event and things that you don't necessarily always think about how to disseminate to your guests, but what to wear, where to park, what to expect in terms of how long the event is going to be, what it's going to include. So it's a really great communication tool, very customizable for your design, your theme, your organization's branding. And it's also where you can sell the tickets and sponsorships, as well as preview your auction items for the night of the event, which I think people underestimate that as a marketing tool, but building that excitement for those live auction items leading up to the event can really change the totals in the room when you've got paddles in the air.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Melanie, if I am a nonprofit, I just filled out my form online. I said, okay, I want to know more information. What are you going to tell me?
I'm going to tell you that when you fill out your form, make sure you fill out the demo request first. Go through a demo, talk to Alicia. Our sales team is really, really great at helping you understand what tools you need for the fundraiser you have in mind with Auction Frogs, and showing you the tools and how to use them the way that you want to use them. But the other thing is it is a strategy session a little bit too, because she's going to delve into how does this fit with your overall fundraising strategy? What are the goals you're trying to accomplish this year? How can we make the gala or the golf tournament part of that fundraising strategy in a more encompassing way? And so always go through the demo, talk to the sales team. Once you've gone through the process, you've decided Auction Frogs is a fit, the live and silent solution's what you want. You'll fill out your intake form, and our onboarding specialist will get your site set up for you, and get you turned over to your auction engineer. And from there, you have years of expertise at your fingertips, what works well for other people. You can brainstorm with them strategies for your event even further than you already have with the sales team, and figure out how to use the tools at your disposal. A lot of times it's getting content on your site, getting your tickets set up, getting those things started. And then from there, the event will evolve. And then it's a matter of, this is what we want to do. What should we do in the system to make that a reality?
Well, and that's one of the things that I have always loved long before I started working for Auction Frogs was the fact, once I learned, because I had been around Auction Frogs for years in emceeing events and doing things. In fact, when I was still in radio, Auction Frogs was a platform we were using for a giving campaign that we did. And so I knew a little bit about it. But then after I started delving into more of how robust the system was, because on the surface, everything looks so calm and easy, but you have a complete team that is behind you. So as Melanie was saying, yes, you've got your intake, you've got your auction engineer, but you have a whole team here that is your cheerleaders, your coach, depending on what it is. We're here for every element for you.
And that's what makes Auction Frogs different from a lot of our competitors. There are a lot of really great software packages out there for auctions. We've done a lot of research on them. We understand what they do, what they don't do, and how they do it. And we do a little more hand-holding, I would say, than most. A lot more than most, and a little bit more than some.
Because we have that white glove policy that everyone matters, no matter how small the nonprofit to how large.
Right. And the package solutions that we offer really do help capitalize on the needs of your specific organization for the event you're trying to run. The live and silent auction solution is so easy to mold into different event types that it really does take someone with a background knowledge of the software to make sure that you're doing it in the most efficient way possible, not creating more work for yourself. And that's why we do partner our clients with an auction engineer to make sure that they have the support that they need. And when they're making those decisions, they're making the right ones for not only their event, their constituents, but also for the software too. So it's definitely helpful to have that extra point of contact for each of our clients. And the relationships that develops, one of our key core values is building relationships and enhancing that through fundraising. And I feel that that's what we're really, really good at, is building those relationships and helping people understand, that not only do we want you to be successful, but we want to make sure that we're building our platform to help you do that.
Okay. And Kayla, obviously all of the links, everything to be able to find out all the information we've been talking about will be here in the description. But what would you say, as we finish off here, to a nonprofit going, I don't know what I'm doing. This all seems real scary and dark and twisty. What would you tell them?
I would tell them You have to understand, I started as a client of Auction Frogs.
Right.
So I worked with Auction Frogs as a client for 2 years. And the first year we had come from a competitor, didn't have a great experience, and came to Auction Frogs. And within the first meeting, I remember feeling it was like this huge sigh of relief. And we learned so much just in talking to these representatives that knew so much about fundraising. And we took a $25,000 fundraiser. And the first year that we used Auction Frogs, we doubled that and made $55,000. And we had the full suite we were able to sell tickets, use all of the reporting. That was really helpful for us after the event to reconcile things. And more than anything, just, like Melanie was saying, we had these representatives of Auction Frogs and the whole collaboration of the team to give us their advice, just offer their advice. No extra cost, no fees, nothing like that. It was just, hey, we really want to help you because we see the potential in your event. And we had no idea that we could make $55,000. They saw it, they helped us. And that's why we came back. And ultimately, that's why I decided to come work for Auction Frogs, because I felt just that I really loved that mission and purpose too. So for those people out there that were like me several years ago and were like, how can we, streamline this event? How can we do better, raise more, improve year over year? At the risk of sounding too salesy, give us a call. We'd love to talk to you and see if we can help you.
Absolutely. And again, everything's in the description. We appreciate you listening, and hopefully you will join us again for the next episode of Frog Talk, your leap into fundraising.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Frog Talk, an Auction Frogs podcast series all about events and fundraising in a post-2020 world. For more information on Auction Frogs and the services we offer, visit auctionfrogs.org today.